The wisdom and success of Alexander the Great. He conquered the known world by the age of 30, never lost a single battle, and built one of the largest empires in history in just over a decade. But what made Alexander the Great so successful? More importantly, how did he become so wise? Alexander wasn't born great. He was born in 356 BC in the Kingdom of Macedonia, son of King Philip II. From an early age, he was taught two things: how to think, how to fight. And that combination would shape the world. Tutored by Aristotle at just 13 years old, Alexander was tutored by the philosopher Aristotle. Logic, ethics, poetry, science, politics, and philosophy. This was no ordinary education. While most kings learned only how to conquer, Alexander learned how to rule with wisdom. Trained like a warrior, but he wasn't just a thinker, trained with warriors. Rode his horse Bucephalus into battle before he was a man. He studied tactics, formations, terrain, and most of all, he learned to lead from the front. Taking the throne at 20 when his father was assassinated, Alexander became king at just 20 years old. Most expected the empire to crumble. Instead, he united Greece in months. Then, he turned his eyes east. The Persian conquest. The mighty Persian Empire, 3 times the size of Grist, in his path. But Alexander didn't blink. He studied every detail, every weakness. He led with courage, strategy, and lightning-fast decisions. From Granicus to Issus to Gaugamela, Alexander crushed armies that dwarfed his own and never lost a battle, leading with vision and unity. But Alexander didn't just conquer by force. He embraced the cultures he conquered, wore Persian robes, married a local princess, encouraged his generals to do the same. He understood something few rulers ever do: to truly lead, must unite, not divide. Student of the world wherever he went, Alexander asked questions. He brought scientists, historians, and engineers with him. He mapped new lands, studied stars, collected knowledge. He didn't just build an empire, he built a bridge between East and West. The death of a legend in 323 BC, at just 32 years old, Alexander fell ill in Babylon and died. His empire would not survive long without him, but his legacy would echo for thousands of years. So how did Alexander become so successful? It wasn't just power. It wasn't just war. It was his mind, his ability to learn, to adapt, and to lead others towards something bigger than conquest. Alexander the Great didn't wait for the world to change. He shaped it, and in doing so, became eternal. Thank you for listening to this Trav TV broadcast. Want to learn more about history's greatest minds and leaders? Hit that like button, subscribe, and join us on the next journey through time.